Welcome to BBC News, broadcasting to viewers in the UK and around the world. It's almost a week since the devastating earthquakes in Turkey and Syria, in which so far more than 33,000 people have died. The United Nations, however, says it expects that figure to double. Remarkably, though, survivors are still being pulled from the rubble. The United Nations aid vehicles have now begun arriving in Syria, but the head of the UN's relief mission says many people have a right to feel abandoned. Part of the problem is that rebel groups still control parts of the northwest following years of civil war. Our Middle East correspondent Quentin Somerville and cameraman Robbie Wright have managed to gain access and sent us their first report from inside the rebel-held area.
A border and a catastrophe shared, but in the earthquake's aftermath, Syria and Turkey couldn't be further apart.
We've just crossed into Syria. At the border crossing, there were about a dozen aid trucks, fuel tankers, coming in. But actually, there were more refugees, more corpses coming out than there was aid coming in here.
The main street in Idlib's harem is gone. They waited for help here, but none came. It was here that Fadel Gadab's aunt and cousins' families all died.
There is no one alive here. Everyone is dead. We just need them to come in and dig the bodies up for burial. I don't know what else to say.
We travel further west. There are no aid convoys here, few signs of relief, but a lot of urgent need.
This was the town of Bissania. These were people's homes. They were newly built, but look at it now. 80% of this village is gone, and they've had hardly any help since the earthquake struck.
More than 100 homes have gone here, and much more besides. Abu Allah lost 2 of his children.
I started running like a madman in the streets, shouting, "Dear God!" It was then that I saw my wife and 7-year-old daughter alive. I kept on running in the streets until I saw them. She told me my children were gone.
Islamists are in control here. We were accompanied at all times by armed men who didn't interfere with our work, but it's made getting aid here more difficult. At the Bab al-Hawa hospital, they've no time for politics. With few staff, they've had to treat over 350 earthquake victims.
There is not enough medical staff to help people in normal situation without any catastrophe, without any earthquake, without any bombs, without any war. There's not enough medical staff.
Down the hallway lies Mohammed Gayath, just 3 months old. His parents were killed by the earthquake. He was found in the street by a neighbour. Mohammed is all alone, and Syria too again feels forsaken, disregarded by the world, in another hour of need. Quentin Somerville, BBC News, Idlib.